Greetings, I am the True Red Star. This is my YouTube channel, and I've had it since 2014. And I've been messing around with it, just doing random things. Recently I did covers of songs, terrible covers of songs, that I guess I'm not good at singing. So now I want to do, this is literally all the equipment I have. I have an iPad, I'm filming myself, so that's what I'm going to do. It's sort of vlogs, but I'm not going to walk around or anything and say, hey, look my life, this is me. No, I'm just going to talk, because that's all I can do. So, I'm going to do a review on Suicide Squad. Came out August 5th, and it came out a little while ago, but still, it's current. So, there's a lot of hype building up to this movie, the trailers and whatnot. When people saw them, they got all hyped up from the movie, they're excited, and they really hoped it was going to be good. And it kind of succeeds that, in a way, yeah. I think it, like, not completely, 100%, it lived up to the hype, but in its own way, in a way, it lives up to the hype. The number one best thing about this is the characters. They're portrayed well. Even Jai Courtney, surprisingly, he finally does a perfect performance as Captain Boomerang. Maybe it was just the right thing for him. And I've seen Captain Boomerang before in the Batman Assault on Arkham movie, and it was, well, I didn't really like that movie in particular. There's a few things I had problems with. Certain things characters did, certain things characters acted, but the voice acting was pretty good, I guess. Anyway, and yeah, so Jai Courtney was a good match for him, and this video has spoilers. Just let know, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen the movie, just leave right now. Give me a second. Okay, that's long enough. So, Captain Boomerang in this movie, he's stopped by the Flash. Now, not like every villain of the Suicide Squad, he gets captured by their hero. Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and Captain Boomerang, that's it. And the movie, they actually do call him Captain Boomerang. We kind of lamed it as call him Boomerang, just for short, like, to be, like, serious or modernized or whatever. No, they just call him Captain Boomerang. It says so on his, what do you call it? Whatever his shirt says, whatever his shirt is. But unfortunately, I saw a pop figure that said Boomerang on it. It didn't say Captain Boomerang, so who knows. And if there was a Flash movie, he'd be good as like a minor villain. He has no superpowers or anything. I mean, it's an easy villain for the Flash. Just like, that's it. That's it. Just take him down. That's it. But I am really excited for the Flash movie 2018. I think it's going to be one of the best of the DC universe, considering the fact they're like not letting Zack Snyder direct them all. Unfortunately, I think he's directing Justice League, and his films aren't all bad, honestly. Like, some of them are good, some of them are like, Man of Steel, I liked it personally, but I did admit there were some things I did not like about the movie. And people were mad about, like, Superman killing Zod, just snapping his neck. And technically, Superman killed Zod in the very second Superman movie from 1980. But I think this is a bit different, like about the Superman they're portraying in the movie, how he killed a lot of people and Metropolis was not any concern. Apparently, like, Zack Snyder wants to make a Superman that kills and a Batman that killed, yes. At first when I saw Batman v Superman, I thought Batman was like, oh, he killed a few people, and technically the dream thing doesn't count. But no, he actually, I didn't rewatch it, I saw clips and I was like, oh, he did kill. Anyway, getting back to Suicide Squad, the best thing about the movie is characters. The best thing about the movie. Anyway, the thing that people are saying is bad about the movie, thing that brings it down, thing that makes it just makes it a complete miss, is Enchantress. Now, we didn't see much of Enchantress as June Moon, her human form. I don't know who she's played by, but honestly, when she's in her human form, I mean, I don't see much of it, but I think it's portrayed just fine, and her acting is just fine as well. But just I don't think it was the right choice for Enchantress to be the villain. Like, she portrayed it well, but it wasn't the right character. It wasn't Enchantress necessarily. I mean, I think she's an anti-hero in the comics, possibly. Probably a villain, yeah. But I don't think it was the best idea for a villain. Like, the way she was portrayed, that's what's wrong. Like, she was portrayed well, but what they chose to portray her was the problem. And just sort of like at the end they have a Ghostbusters thing where like, oh no, she's dead because she was possessed by a witch, and then she comes out of a cocoon or something like in Ghostbusters, if you remember the dogs. I mean, like while I was watching, I said, "Oh, Ghostbusters," and it happened. I mean, I predicted that when it happened. And like, so she's alive. So no more Enchantress. Hopefully, like, it would suck if Suicide Squad 2 was just more of Enchantress or whatever. I mean, it was kind of cool, turn people into mindless zombies or whatever, but not the best villain idea. People think this brings down a lot, but there's been a lot of superhero movies with, or comic book movies with bad villains, and they're simply good movies. So what's the problem with this? Well, it's sort of the plot itself. Sometimes the villains aren't portrayed well, but it has a good plot. Like Thor: The Dark World. I love Christopher Eccleston as an actor, but in that movie he just sort of just stood around looking all tall and dark and just speaking in a deep voice. He didn't really have enough, good scenes or lines to make him seem more threatening or menacing. But it was a good plot. It had portals, everything. Like his intentions was. I forgot what his plan was in that movie, but it was a good plot. It was a good story. Thor 2 I really liked. And another bad villain, like, for example, I guess the Mandarin in Iron Man 3? The problem with him was he wasn't the Mandarin. They had Ben Kingsley would have been the awesome Mandarin. Even though he's not Chinese, who cares? He would have been awesome, but no. They kind of was like, "Oh, my name's Trevor," or something, and they had this white guy as a fire person called Adar Killian, who was the Mandarin, apparently. They just messed that one up. I guess they wanted to get rid of Jon Favreau's director. He directed the first 2 Iron Mans. Then Iron Man 3, they got the Predator guy to direct it, and he did a good job. It was disappointed the villain. But the villain doesn't bring the entire movie down. It's just the plot. If it's the villain and the plot, that's a big thing. If the plot is bad for a movie, that is a big thing that can bring it down. Like all the Transformers movies. Except for the first one, that was alright. I like that one. But the others, don't get me started. But in fact, I think they're still giving the guy who wrote Transformers 2 work nowadays. They're letting him do the Universal Monsters type thing. But recently he did Star Trek Into Darkness. I heard that was good, so maybe he'll do good there in the future. Because they obviously see him as some sort of ideal writer from Transformers 2. Anyway, all in all, the plot of Suicide Squad isn't the best. Like, Enchantress wants to use a spirit machine thingy to... People said it was a portal. It wasn't really a portal. It was just a ring in the sky. I don't know what she was going to do with it. Maybe destroy something. It was not explained as well, but the best thing about this movie is the characters, and you should definitely go see it for that. That is just the main thing. All the characters, Suicide Squad, are great. And I personally don't think it's going to ruin the movie. You can go on this thing for the characters, and you just ignore the rest of it. You don't really have to skip it, because it's still cool seeing the characters in the end. Like, the characters throughout the entire movie in Suicide Squad, they're the best thing. So, should you go see this movie? Yes, for the characters. But the thing is, don't put your expectations too high for the plot or anything, because the plot is just, it's kind of a silly plot. Like, I don't really see how human-made explosives can destroy, like, magical portal stuff. I didn't really get that part. I thought, Enchantress is making this magic stuff. I thought, like, explosions could be the only thing that did it. I'm pretty sure Deadshot shoots some C4 at the thing. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments and I'll get it. Oh wow, this is like 10 minutes of a review. Well, I guess that's how they're going to be. So I'm going to review movies on here, best I can. And yes, this is what I'm always going to wear. Red jacket, bow tie. That's what I am. So, I'll give Suicide Squad a 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars out of 5. That's my rating. Because I think it's not well balanced at all, but definitely I think the characters in the movie make it worth seeing. That's my opinion. 3.5 stars. That's my rating. And why stars? Because my channel is True Red Star, and I like using stars. If I know how to edit, I'd put like stars right here. So maybe in the future I'll have stars there. Who knows? Anyway, I am the True Red Star, and I bid you